Welcome into the Players Club. Now for your hosts, Santana Moss, London Fletcher, and Sean Sprains.
There's only one game ball to go out tonight, and I brought one of the old heads in, so Fletch.
All right, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Hey, listen, in the history of the National Football League that's been played over 100 years, there have been 3 players to eclipse the 2,000 tackle mark. Only 3 players. So, Ray Lewis, myself, and today, Bobby Wagner.
Thank you guys, I appreciate you, man. Ever since I got out here, man, the love of the game, you guys helped bring that back to me. And, I know we've had some up and downs, but I would never want to go ups and downs with this group. This group is special. It means something to me. It's something I'll always remember. I'm so grateful for you guys, and let's keep pushing.
Hell yeah, Bob.
Welcome back to the Players Club. We're here at the Big Bear AI Command Center studio. We're your hosts. We got London Fletcher, future Hall of Famer, Bluefoot, my guy, myself, Santana Moss. Fletch, that moment, man.
Yeah,
you know,
it's crazy.
B-Wags, man. It's almost unreal just to believe there's guys that has 2,000 tackles, but to see a guy do it, you was one of the guys on this franchise to do it. What was it like, man, sharing that moment with him?
Man, it was an awesome experience. I'm glad that DQ asked me to be a part of that for Bobby and being in that moment. And it's special when you think about the career he's having.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The 2,000 tackles, it's the number, but the milestone represents more than that.
Yeah.
It's about his preparation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Commitment to excellence, sustained
Consistency.
dominance for year after year after year after year, the thousands of hours of film study, off the field work, just all those things that allowed him to accomplish and is allowing him to accomplish things he's accomplished in his career. And man, I'm still, emotional about it.
Talk about how did it make you feel, man. Was that like an emotional thing? Like, damn, like, because obviously you were that guy, right?
Well, just because of my relationship with him and the way I feel about him, and then also you saw how his teammates reacted to him and how he appreciated the love, the love of the game that they've given him again. And the way this game is, they highlight quarterbacks, they highlight running backs, they highlight receivers, all the offensive numbers, and then they all highlight sacks. But rarely did they highlight the guys out there putting in the work. To be able to rush the quarterback, somebody got to make some tackles.
Somebody got to make some tackles.
Now, one of the things that stood out to me, man, just, I've always looked at Bobby different, from watching him from afar, watching him over there in Seattle. When we played him, I told him I didn't even know he was that young when we was playing him back in those days when we was going up against him.
Yeah.
And to watch you for so many years do what you did, I've had guys like yourself, the Mo Lewises, the Marvin Jones, but to see your career and how I compared you to them, that's how I knew you was exceptional, because I'm like, okay, play with great linebackers, but this is something different. When I watch you walk into our facility and how you commanded things, and when I see him, I see you. See what I'm saying? Like, I see how those guys responded, that's how I would have responded, because that's how I saw you. Like I say, I tell folks all the time, I say, man, I barely spoke to Fletch because I knew he meant business. But at the same time, you know what I mean? That's respect. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of folks don't understand that. And then to hear you say the respect you was giving me of just watching me prepare and go out there. So that's, to me, man, that was dope for you to be able to share that moment, because
really cool.
You walked in them same shoes. You was able to know how it felt for him.
When you DQ asked me to be a part of that moment, and you start to think about, okay, how was he able to do it? And then also, I can't help but think about it myself, but because again, the milestone is more than just a milestone. It's what it took to get to that point that you have to have appreciation.
Let me speak on it from being able to playing like in the box at times when I was at nickel with Fletch. And when I saw that, and I think about Fletch, to make that many tackles.
Man, we want to talk about Bobby, man.
But this would just make me think of it. He knew where the ball was going. He put everybody in the right defense to make the right adjustments and know where the gap. Because you just can't go out there and think that you can be in the box, be middle linebacker, or be in the box, period, and just go out and make 10, 15 tackles. It doesn't happen like that. That is preparation. That is film study. That is crazy to think about. The amount of football you have to know.
And then at the same time, just to shine a little light on them, they got to be a little sick in the head too. So.
and you got to just talking with Bobby. He's the last 4 or 5 weeks he's been playing injured, but he's played better.
Played better.
So man, I take my hat off for him. I look forward to the day. He's 40 tackles away from surpassing me, and another 60 tackles away from surpassing Ray Lewis. I look forward to celebrating those moments with him too, because he deserves all his flowers, and I'm glad we're able to give them to him while he's still playing.
No doubt. Coming up next, we're going to dive into the film room.
Welcome back into the Players Club. Fellas, it's time to go inside the film room, and we're going to look at some of our favorite plays from this season. It's time for Fast Lane, presented by Eastern's Automotive Group. Any car, any way, for everyone since 1988. All right, man. It's play one.
Debo Samuels, man, coming into the year, we knew that we needed somebody opposite of Terry, and this guy ended up carrying the load for us, And for me, I like this play because people don't think about him being a deep threat. They think about once the ball in his hand, but he was routing people up to him.
I think so. Also, too, we didn't even use him to what we could have got out of him on the outside. Don't get me wrong, he's a guy that we can do gadgets and stuff with, man, but when you have a talent like that, man, you just got to let him kind of loose, cut him loose sometime, find more opportunities. But it's great that you shot the light on him because, man, he has been that guy for us until we was able to get Terry back in.
He caught a lot of contested catches this season, too. Strong catches. Here go another Debo play, man, since we showing the versatility of Debo, man.
And this what he's known for. He's special with the ball in his hand. This is almost like a counter,
This was week one. This showed the whole, a commander nation that, hey, this is the type of kind of plays I'm bringing to the table. You know what I mean? This is how you start your season off with your new team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is what makes him special because most people be like, is he a receiver? Is he a running back? He just good with the ball.
Just a football player.
Just a football player right here,
the
man.
strong, the breaking the tackle right there. Another one. Getting it to the end zone.
Yeah, man.
Man,
Debo. How'd you change?
I say we knew we had something. Right. All right, Tanner. Let's take a look at C-Rod against the Falcons.
Man. I'm going to speak about this committee, this running back, by committee. And C-Rod, man, he had a hell of a year. We talked about this guy coming to the season a little leaner, and I've been one of those guys. I know how it is to go out there and pay, dividends when it comes to working on your body, making sure you can be as healthy as you can be, losing a little couple of pounds here and there. And C-Rod, to be a young guy, you can tell someone gave him that heads up to come into the game like that, man. So this is great.
The thing I appreciate about this run, so you look at C-Rod as the battering ram. That's what I call him, El Ariete, the battering ram in Spanish, from Madrid. But when you look at this run, you see everything.
Yeah.
You see some burst. You see the shiftiness. You see the vision. And then you see the explosiveness right there. So little Sutters jumps up and boom.
And
do
gone.
the whole breaking tackle. Yeah.
I think the breaking tackle thing stood out to me the whole season. Like, even when he had to put that Rydell on him every now and then, man, like, he showed that, look, man, it's especially the last game when it comes to just getting those critical yardage, down in the red zone. Hell of a run by C-Rod.
All right. You mentioned the running back committee.
Next up, man, Dollar Bill, man. This kid here, jumped on the scene with a splash. And I think, it's fitting to have both of those guys. We as much as there's a lot of Bill fans out there that want to see him carry the load, I don't think he needs to do that. You know what I mean? It's great to have what we have here. It's almost like that Sonic and Knuckles a little bit. But, or that Thunder and Lightning that the G-Men had back in the day. Well, now we have that kind of addition, including another guy who I'm gonna probably mention too. After this run, but this was the one of those fantastic runs that started off his season being a 7th-round draft pick, being the guy that jumped on the scene as the rookie of the week, and he ended up with 4 of those this season, man. So hell of a start for the young man.
Started the preseason.
Yeah, he loved going against the Giants.
Right.
If this DB didn't have that angle, this is 95
yards.
yards, 95-yard touchdown.
To the house, man.
But breaking tackles, showing
can't forget how he was able to come in and do some of those things. And then you also, I want to put out there, man, mention Mac Nichols because he did a hell of a job, especially some key third downs.
You know what my nickname for him is?
Who that?
What's that? McPlaymaker.
McPlaymaker.
He make plays.
I like that.
All right, and then we got to go. I got to get some Bobby Wagner here.
Yeah.
B-Wags. Look at him. I'm blitzing up the middle, times it up perfectly. Gino, he wanted no parts of it. He said, man, I'm going to just lay down, man.
He's seen enough of that Seattle film. I think he played a year or two with him.
He played enough with him in practice a few times in Seattle to know, get down when the train is coming through.
Gino say, no, man, I'm cool. But just the timing, Bobby's an excellent blitzer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, ended up with 4.5 sacks on this season. And then he also a ton of hits and hurries on quarterback. So
I think also, man, I mean, people who look at the tackles and they don't understand the work that goes into that. Like, yeah, you can make a lot of tackles, but you don't make them because you just lucky and somebody fell in your lap. You understand what's going on in front of you. You putting the guys in place, and then you going out there and finishing. That's what stands out to me about 5-4.
And here's a great play over from Madrid. We got to take a look at this play right here.
Oh yeah, that was
against one of the fastest receivers in the National Football League.
Yeah,
coverage.
That right there, this is the scariest, the toughest cover for a middle linebacker in this coverage. That quarters coverage, you got that speed receiver coming across, and you got to try to keep up with him,
especially with his first steps going to the left, and then having to retrace and say, this guy going the shallow cross. Let me get underneath this thing so I can get in the way of it. That was huge. I think this game and this play set off his second half of the season, and he went on a rampage, man, tackles and just playing better in the secondary.
That was the 4th and goal play, touchdown, saving tackle, PBU. All right, fellas, after the break, we're going to take a look back at some of our favorite interviews from this season. Welcome back to the Players Club. Fellas, it's time to take a look back at some of our favorite interviews from this season.
I got to ask you because I don't want to forget to ask this question. Man, you were so geeked on that interview with
man, I was starstruck, bro. I was like, bro, you was tripping, bro. I couldn't hide it, bro.
Don't ever not be you. Be you all the time. Bro. But how did that feel, bro? Because I know, I mean, we've all been there. How did that feel, bro?
It felt like a dream come true moment.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you was geek, man.
I was like, bro, you ain't start smiling yet when I went on the watch. I couldn't help it. So
I was so happy for you, bro. I said, man, I can see him. I say, bro, because you know what's so crazy? We forget our youth a little bit because this game, boy, you age quick in it. I'm not talking about how you look. It's just once you go and get in them years, you forget how you felt as a rookie.
Yeah.
And when I saw you, I was like, damn. I know what he's going through. I know the feeling, the joy of just saying, man, I'm on this level playing this great game, man, that I've been loving since a child.
So he said it's a dream come true when he see Brady. I see Brady and I get nightmares. Dude beat me in the Super Bowl.
That's a different feeling.
So
that's a different feeling. Yeah, that's a different feeling.
You personally set the franchise record with 13 touchdown receptions in a season.
Went past Tanner.
Hey, that's great company. That's great company, though.
Trying to find anything he can
have 5 100-yard receiving games. All pro, Pro Bowl. Then you get married, and then everything else that transpired. But you also have to go into the offseason like, man, how can I get better as a player? What was that process like for you to say, okay, I've achieved these things, but I still got other levels I can get to?
Definitely, I think right after the honeymoon that we went to. Like that next week, and I'm getting back off of the time difference from the Maldives, so it's like a 12-hour time difference, and I headed straight down to Florida to start working. Start working out and working with T.A. Goldfeet, my receiver coach that I work with, and working at Bomberitos, just getting my speed and agility, getting my body back healed up, and working on the fine tuning of my game. And I feel like just being more sudden in the top of my routes, being able to run into a route like a pinch route, a comeback routes that coming back to the quarterback, and I don't have to kind of lean or stutter. I could just drop down into my break and come out in 2 or 3 steps. So I've been really drilling that over the last all season, and continue to just get better with my body language. You know what I mean? Being able to sell routes with my eyes and my shoulders. And those little nuances, when you get to this stage of your career going into year 7, there's already all that film out on you, but there's still little details that you could get better at that's going to help you be a seasoned route runner or a seasoned receiver, you know? And I think one thing that I've really still used to my advantage is, my speed. I don't have to run 100 miles per hour every single route. Like deception is a big part of route running, you know what I mean? And being able to make the DB feel like you're going to be running by him, and then I have that extra gear to be able to run by him or sell that I'm going to run by, get in his blind spot. He got to flip and turn and run, and then I could come back to the quarterback. So just little nuanced skills that I've tried to continue to sharpen in my game is what I did this offseason.
Year 15 for you. You've accomplished so much. Already 2-time Super Bowl champion, been an MVP of the Super Bowl. You have nothing else left to prove on the football field. What made you continue to want to play, still want to play?
Man, honestly, I love football. And, it's, once you do it for so long, like it's kind of hard to let go. Yeah. So I'm kind of in that spot between like getting kicked out the league and leaving too early. And I'm in the middle of that. I don't want to get kicked out, but I don't want to leave too early. I still think I'm in the sweet spot of that situation. And I love football. I love everything about it. From, coming up here to the facility, from the X's and O's parts to, kicking it with the teammates, learning new teammates, getting ready for schemes, watching football games. The preseason was great too. Learning new coaches, team infrastructure, player development, player evaluation. Like I love all elements of football.
Crazy thing about it is I would always say you got to get like 5 picks in practice before you get 1 in the game. So as you start to,
that's why you ain't getting none in the game.
No, I ain't getting none because they threw all the balls at Smoot. Work ethic, man. You just work. Does that come from the dad, man, or is it your mom? Where does that come from?
I think when you're the youngest of 4, you got to have a little scrap in you. I think you learn from. I had 3 older brothers who did it so well. A dad, I wasn't old enough to really watch him play, but you go watch highlights and you kind of get the mentality from when he's done playing. But I think he kind of just bred that into all of us. And just the way that we competed, the way that we spent so much time outdoors, so much time.
He critique your routes?
Doing stuff. Oh, yeah. So I switched to receiver, and he wouldn't say a word. And then I finally started asking because he didn't want to get too involved, do anything. I had coaches at Rice. I mean, now I have Bobby, which is awesome. Right. So I had talked to him a lot less than I did right away. But it was so fun. The minute I started asking questions, he dove into it. He had so much fun. Yeah,
I was going to ask that because that's the first thing I think of. Like, a lot of folks get, I guess you can say enamored by your brother being so phenomenal at what he does as a running back. I remember your dad. So I'm like, I'm a receiver. I know Ed. So I joke all the time. I'm like, that's Ed McCaffrey's son. You know what I mean? I say that all the time. I'm like, don't forget Ed.
Tress the best.
What's going on, guys?
We appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Year 12, man.
Yeah. 12.
How's year 12 going for you? Does it feel any different than year 1?
I think, honestly, the biggest thing is every time a new season starts, there's just like a whole new level of gratitude of, just getting to do it for the same team. And like just seeing fans that I've seen every year at training camp and, players coming back. And I think for me too, it's been, our life has been here, wife, kids, everything like that. Yeah. And so it's just so special. Like my kids don't know any different. They just know Washington, and I don't know any different. And so that's been like this year is just like, man, how about that? So yeah, 12. It's starting to trying to let it sink in more and more.
West Coast guy now, 2-sport athlete in high school, football player. You were a hooper. Now I know there's some hoopers that came out of Seattle.
Yeah. Oh,
what was your hoop game like in high school?
I was in the key. I was gonna say we didn't really get too far out from there, but I'm gonna say I got the boards, put it up when I could, and move the ball around. That was it.
I was watching the game, and everybody know seeing you on the West Coast that you can run after the catch and stuff. But we've been impressed, man. Like you don't get enough credit for coming back to the ball, your route running, all that. But you were separating, man. Like What is it about your game that like people don't know that we come to love to appreciate?
I take pride in we receivers. I take pride in catching the ball.
Right.
Even though they be like, yeah, you this is a hard catch, and it's never a hard catch if you get two hands on it.
Right.
So I pride myself in catching the ball as best way as I can. And as a receiver, you want to separate. But if the separation ain't there, that's what you got hands for. So you just got to use your hands to make all the contested catches. And I take pride in that for sure.
I got to ask you this. I'm not as serious as these two crooks over here. All right, check this out.
You should have been serious about your job. Otherwise, you wouldn't have got your job taken.
Shut your filthy mouth up. Check this out, John. I gave you a nickname. Have you ever had a nickname?
A little bit. I've had one around this building now.
What's the nickname around the building?
I don't call myself it, but they call me the Boogeyman. So.
The Boogeyman. I like it.
Good one. Go with what you got.
I want you to compare it and rate it to my nickname that I gave you.
Okay.
I gave you the nickname Bates Motel. It's where people check in and never check out.
I like that. That's a good one.
Rate it from 1 to 10 and tell me how you feel.
It's got a ring to it, man. I probably 6, 7. It's good. I like this. I like the.
Oh my God! Why do I find myself?
No, what's crazy though is I really didn't even try to do that right there. That actually just came out natural. I swear to God.
What a season on the Players Club, fans. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll see y'all next season.
Players Club was filmed at Big Bear AI Command Center Studio. Big Bear AI offers mission-ready AI for a rapidly evolving world, proudly protecting the Washington Commanders and its fans.